Here we have a new 2023 Ford Bronco Sport. This one comes in the Badlands trim level in cyber orange metallic tri-coat. And then we have the ebony and rose interior, and that's going to consist of, I think, leather, leatherette, and then a little bit of Alcantara. But the powertrain on this one consists of a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And I love this cyber orange. But coming around to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED fog lights. And the lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up, but just a great look, I think. And the Bronco Sports have grown on me. I didn't like them when they first came out because they came out before the actual Broncos, but starting to love them now. And then we have 17-inch aluminum wheels. Just like how they did the front end, and especially in this orange, it just makes you want to love it. But passive keyless entry on the front doors. Power door lock controls are here. Memory seat functions. Whenever your seat's set up the way you want it, just hold the button. It'll beep at you. And then we have one-touch automatic windows on all 4 doors. Power mirror controls are there. We can turn each side on and off and adjust. And then our rear window lock is right there. A bottle holder here, bigger bottle holder here. We do get a B&O sound system. And then our hood release is here. Just hit that twice. I'm gonna cut the AC vents down a little bit. And then we have our headlamp controls here. That's auto, corners off, and then low beams are all the way on. And we can tap that for the fog lights, brightness for the gauge cluster. And then here we have our lift gate release. But here's our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. And I love the look of the seats. I love the feel of the seats. I just love that brown and black two-tone. Now, if you're interested to see where the parts came from on this, 19% US and Canada, 64% Mexico. Let's check out this rear legroom here. Now, of course, with this one being the baby Bronco and the Bronco Sport, not a ton of legroom back here, but not terrible. And I like how the seat is made. And I love that we have these zippable pockets on both sides as well. And that was a nice touch, putting that kind of orange, whatever that is, in there. Looks like a designer bag or something. But again, on both sides. And then 2 AC vents for the back. If you look down closely, we have 2 USB-C charge ports here, and then a 110 3-prong household plug-in. And then our middle seat folds down. Cup holders are there. And there's a view of the front from back here. Grab handle, we could probably hang 2 plastic hooks if we really need to on there, and then 2 metal hooks, no problem. Let's make our way towards the back. So fuel filler's there. I don't think premium is required, which is good on this engine. Still gonna get plenty of power, I think. But there's a look at the back end there. And taking a look underneath the vehicle. I love the dual exhaust, and a huge shout out to Ford Lincoln of Franklin for allowing me to review this Bronco Sport today. I'll leave a link below to it in the description. But plenty of space behind the second row. Then lift this up, spare tire is there. And I like that we have the side pockets, both sides, that allow you to keep things there without having them slide around. And then we do have a couple hooks here. And you just kind of push that back and hook it on there. So 2 on each side is nice. And we have another 3-prong 110, which is fantastic. Then a 12-volt. Now, one of my favorite features about this is if it's dark or whatever, you hit this, and then watch what I do when I hit the light. So those come on and off as you want to have room to see back here. And then you can also hit this side, and then this allows you to pop the glass if you need to have some 2x4s or whatever hanging out the back. But coming around to the rear passenger side, we can pull this, seat will fold flat there. and pretty easy to lock it back into place. And then to the window sticker here, y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look. But you do get, especially on this Badlands, quite a few coveted options, I think, especially having the off-road suspension and having the capability that this thing has with all of your drive modes. Now this premium package, I could probably live without, honestly, for that kind of money. But sticker's right at $42,960. And this one, of course, this engine's not as fuel efficient as the 1.5 EcoBoost that's offered, but we'll see if it's worth it for the extra power. But front passenger seat, you get power, but no lumbar support here. No big deal, but netted pocket on the side. Glove compartment, owner's manuals. I like the size of it. But as we come around back to the front, we're just gonna pop this hood. And there's that 2-liter EcoBoost. Those just close so weird. But anyways, hopping in the driver's seat. We do get a nice leather wrap steering wheel here. I like the thick padding. Not overly thick, but feels just a tad luxurious. Now over here to the screen, that's our home page there. We do get AM, FM, and XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And then we also have mobile apps that we can use as well. And then over here, sound settings. I kind of adjusted it to get a feel for the B&O system. And the system isn't terrible. I just don't, it's better in surround mode, but something about the Bang & Olufsen sound systems in Ford, I can't get on board with them. But again, that's a personal preference. Now, if you want to go to your general settings, you can adjust your temperature, miles, tire pressure units, and language. You have, I think, French and Spanish for the languages there. Wi-Fi hotspot. So not a ton going on here, but everything you'd need. And backup camera guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Then down here, auto stop toggle, hazards. Then hit this camera here, that'll pull up your front camera. And then you can use the volume and mute there. And then unmute, turn the volume back down. You can use this as a tune knob to go through your stations. You can cut the screen off here. It'll take you to that home page. And then you can go to your sound settings with a touch of a button there, which I like that. And it's interesting to have this pocket here, but it's nice that it is here. So if you have a second person's phone or whatever while yours is on the wireless charging pad, they can have room there. And then down here we have our dual zone automatic climate controls, which are part of that premium package. Then we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver, front passenger, and then our heated steering wheel toggle is there. Fan speeds adjusted here. We can pick fan direction here. Close the vents off, AC toggle, defrosters, and then we can cut the whole system off there. And then dual mode, we can cut that on and off there. This fly's getting on my nerves. Now for the shifter, it's a rotary, so just turn, reverse, neutral, drive, and then hit that M, and you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to shift. And then USB-C, USB-A duo there, 12 volt, and your wireless charging pad, which is part of that premium package, is right here. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, to the brake, press down to disengage, automatic brake hold there. And then we do have our trail control there, our 4-wheel drive differential lock there, rear differential there, and then traction control. And then we can use this knob to go through our 7 drive modes, which include normal, eco, sport, slippery, and then we have the mud ruts, sand, and rock crawl. But normal, eco, and sport are what you'll probably use 99% of the time unless you do take this off-road. Now this is one of my favorite things about this center console space. You get 2 USB-C ports. So great to have those, especially if you want to charge your phone very quickly. Sunglass holder there. Dome lights are there. And then we do have the universal garage door transmitter, which is part of that premium package as well. Now going back to the steering wheel, blinkers are here, and then we can toggle the lane keeping system on and off there. And then high beams when the headlights are all the way on, toggle those on and off by pushing that back, and you can flash by pushing it forward. And then windshield wiper controls are there. So we have our one time there. This is off, intermittent, low, high. And then we can adjust our intermittent wipers here in that mode. And then our rear wipers here. So that's off, intermittent, on, and then pull back for the rear wiper fluid, push up for the front wiper fluid. Now over here, we have our cruise toggle, and we can set that, cancel, volume controls here, mute there. And then to the right side, we have our voice recognition, and then we can go through our track list or radio station presets here. And these are also Bluetooth buttons when we're in the phone setting. And then we can use all this up here to go through our digital part of the gauge cluster. So select screens, you can go in there and decide what you want to have up. So it's nice to have that and be able to set it the way you want to. But there's our push button start. Finally, here is our key fob with remote start.